Have you guys ever had the feeling you wanted more out of life, but everything around you, your environment, the people around you is telling you to stay comfortable? That's the reality I'm facing right now. Comfortability, and why that's a killer. It's 2026, and the 9 to 5 is not only a scam, it's designed to wear you down. Take your dreams away from you. And make sure everything that you want to build is used not for you, but for them. Look, I've gotten a huge awakening, like a lot of people online right now. There are people out here that are making money just for being themselves, just exploring their hobbies and passions and interests, and taking a bet on themselves again. And that's what I'm doing again. I got guilty of staying comfortable, working for a company, working for a job that does not care about you, that wants you tired, broke, stressed. They want to pay you as little as possible while maximizing their profits, giving you maybe 1 or 2% more each year. There are people out there that stay at one company for decades, 20, 25 years, only to feel robbed by the end of it, whether they get redundant or forced to retire, fired. In my early 20s, I was a notorious job hopper. I wouldn't stay at a job for at least a year, a few months. The longest jobs I've ever stayed was 4 years. And when I was younger, the people around me made me feel like I was a loser for job hopping all the time. And I always thought, you know what, maybe I am a loser. I can't hold a job. It means I'm not going to be successful. Well, that's what my parents and the older generation would tell you. Stay at a job, be loyal, collect the benefits, and you will retire like a good boy when you're in your 60s or 70s, whatever the age is now. And for a little while, I bought into it. I remember there was a friend I had. He would say, man, if you keep job hopping, you're just going to be unemployable. And at the time, that scared me. And I believed in it for a little bit. And then over the years, no matter what job I worked at, I couldn't do it. Office politics, backstabbing, all that kind of stuff is so common in the 9 to 5. And there are people that would stay at these companies for years, miserable, not having quality time with their family or friends, going to work angry, anxious. Some even develop health problems from their work. And as I got older, I realized job hopping was the best thing I've done. And I realized being unemployable is a great thing. I don't want to be employable. I want to make money my own way. Which is why I'm diving back into my interests, putting some more effort into my channel. Because the people around you, most of them are comfortable. And that's not a dig on the average person. It's just the way we've been conditioned. But it's 2026. There are so many content creators out there that are literally documenting their journey of being a corporate rat, staying at a company for decades, only to feel robbed by the end of it, by the end of their retirement. Either they're forced into redundancy, fired, or micromanaged to the point where they can't even handle life anymore. And I knew that was not my reality. That is not my reality. And it's time to take a bet on myself. Because no company's going to take a bet on you. They want you broke. They want you tired. They want you stressed. And they want you in consumer debt. They want you to rely on them because they have the power of you. And I know that there's people at work that grab all the overtime, work Saturdays, Sundays, grinding, tired, no sleep, barely spending any time with their family. And they're proud of it. I remember one guy at work was like, "You don't do all the overtime? You don't do the Sunday? Man, you're lazy." And then I asked him, why do you work all these hours? Why are you killing yourself? "Man, got family, mortgage, I'm in so much debt. They're stuck. They can't get out. I'm fortunate enough that I don't have those commitments or responsibilities. I don't have any consumer debt." I knew from a very young age that money equals freedom. And that's not going to come with a job. That's not going to come with a 9 to 5. No matter what level you're on, I don't care what anyone says. I will disagree every time. There are greater ways to make money out there. And the only way is to start your own business, make your own money. And being comfortable at a job controlled by upper management, controlled by what you do. Holidays. No, you can't go on holiday. I can't go on holiday? I'm a grown man. I'm a 32-year-old man. What do you mean I can't go on holiday? There are people in their 50s that have to bring paperwork into work and show why they have to leave early just to deal with an urgent family matter. Grown men. That's not going to be me. And I've been inspired again. I've been awoken. The great awakening has happened. Millions of people are quitting their jobs. Employers out there will say, if they see you job hopping, they're not going to hire you because that's too much risk. But let me push back on that. There is more risk working at a job with no advancements, more work, less pay, more stress. Do you really want to do that for the rest of your life? I know I'm not. And once you change your mindset, you can't really go back. I didn't want to be stuck at a job being scared of a corporation where they can't look after you. I can look after myself. The only way is to look after yourself. These companies don't care. And the world around you is a mirror reflecting what you are doing inside yourself. Imagine this. How would you act if whatever it is you want to do next, you couldn't get it wrong? Whatever it is you want to do next, you couldn't get it wrong. A wage slave isn't my future. And there's a lot of inspiration out there from the older generation that have left their jobs, finally searching within themselves what they've lost over the years. And that is not my reality. And that is not yours either. Done.